Child. Anyway, so
Hello, everyone. My name is Jaden, and I am Nikki Hendricks, coming to you live from Gag City. And if you look to the left, you'll see the pink beaches and the pink sand. And if you look way yonder, you'll see my house, the Hendricks comp, the Hendricks house on the hill.
cute.
Yeah, we're at work now, so we're down in Nikki Town. But you know,
It's cute. Your house is cute on the hill. It's nice.
thank
I love
you.
it. It looks good.
Everyone else wanted pink, but I
Um,
didn't want pink.
I was a little bit curious about the color choice.
I didn't want the pink. I'm sorry. Everyone else had the pink. I said I can't do this. I understand why, but there's other colors.
Okay, I don't know if this is public information, but I know that you love to share your business anyway. You would look so fantastic with pink or purple hair. Just putting it out there. Just
Right.
putting it out there. Do with that what you will.
Are we doing nothing?
Either keep rocking that piece because the tuck behind the yeah,
Oh, a gag.
yeah, yeah.
That look
The
was
tuck behind
so
the
cute.
ear, it was
That look was
so
so cute.
cute.
It was a quick grab from the beauty supply, threw it on, and I would just, I had to cut the bangs just a little bit because it was in my eye and it was getting on my nerves. And then I tucked her behind the ear and I said, "Oh yeah,
Yes.
she's coming."
No, the people are so lucky that I don't live near a like hair store anymore because now that I have like I can do what I want kind of a little bit. Like I used to rock a I don't know anybody that remembers that I used to rock a purple and pink wig, but mine was purposefully funnily from Party City. I thought it was so much fun, my Party City wig.
Mm,
But I would love me a quick shake and go from the hair store. Like that's giving grown. Like you were giving grown up. I was one of the girls that gagged. That was me. I led
I'm
it.
happy. I'm happy to give you a piece of Gag City to take home with you.
Oh, I have the picture. I printed it out at work. My name is Amira, and I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just not. I'm never gonna do it. I'm never gonna make the returns that I said I need to make,
Mm,
even though I need that 859 back. I'm just not gonna
that's
ever
real.
return this simple button calculator to the CVS, even though I walk past CVS so often. I'm just not gonna do it. And the reason is because I just don't ever feel like it. I don't have the capacity, even though it's so easy. All you literally have to do is say, I'm making a return, and then just give them the stuff. That's it. And the money will go right back on the card.
Like right back.
I have just never been a returning girl. And I think it started back because I'm not going to say no names, but people I know and are very close to loved to make returns. And it's
And
giving
based
like
on the
loan.
coupon grabs and the things like that, it gives
Oh,
a returner too. Like it's giving
mm.
resourceful and money well managed.
And that's what I'm missing clearly. Because,
Well,
like I said, I need that 859 back, and I don't need this calculator.
no, you
So,
don't.
what are we gonna do? It's literally. So I'm just not gonna do it. Basically, that's it. That's it. The only thing I've returned that I can ever remember is a pair of shoes because they didn't fit, and I bought the other pair, so I then had two pairs of the same shoes, and I just don't have space for it. So I literally I was forced, and I went the last day that it was valid to make that return on the 45th day. Something to say. Okay, so because you're typing and it's a little. Oh,
Sorry.
okay, Jaden, where are we? Because I need to get to that.
We're in Gag City, where you can hear a show that
Mm.
the residents and the citizens of Gag City like to call Chow.
Anyway.
Anyway, with Jaden and Amira.
The best to ever do it. I
Oh,
have heard no complaints. Well, I've heard one complaint, but that's it.
yeah,
One
and we don't
complaint.
we don't we don't ascribe to those all the time.
I'm not pressed. I mean, one complaint in 106 episodes. Come on. That's
Like,
that's that's not bad.
no,
That's
I've seen
those
a
are
lot worse.
oh for sure. And we'll get into that. Let's get into our moments of the week, shall we? This is where Jaden and I are like, what happened this week, girl? What moment this week made you say, child?
Mm.
Anyway, and that's actually how I feel about making returns, but that's not my moment of the week for this
I
week.
really think you need to just put the calculator into your book bag that you're
Baby,
going
it's
to
been there.
take.
It's been there. You see how it's a little like you see how this plastic piece is a little. It's been there. It's in my backpack all the time, and then I had to say, "Girl, take this calculator out your backpack."
Mama,
The
set an
calculator
alarm.
and baby, the receipt is already in there too. All I
Set
have
an
to do is walk in the
alarm.
store. Let me see how much I paid for this. Girls is really about to hate me on this one. Yup. $8.95. I definitely could use that money. I could definitely
Okay,
use that.
that's a cute
Yeah.
little Wawa combo
Hello, come on. You're so right.
with a junior
Don't give me
weed.
the lion. Don't give me the lion. I ain't gonna return it tomorrow. But a junior, why don't they offer their breakfast hoagies and anything bigger than a shorty? That is not cool to me. That's not
Why do
clicking.
you need something bigger than a shorty for a breakfast?
Jada, don't piss me off. It's the most important meal of the day. What are you
You don't,
talking
but you
about?
don't need a full sub sandwich at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay, so I don't need a full hoagie in the morning, but if you were going to see an 8:30 matinee, you would have a sizzly platter delivered to your seat at the movies. You would have
But
short
if you're going
ribs.
to a matinee and you're getting, first of all, matinee isn't it like 10 o'clock?
Could be. What's the difference? 8 and 10. What's the difference? I don't need a
2
shorty
hours.
then, I guess.
But I'm saying, because you're not sitting down somewhere to having breakfast. You're grabbing and going. Why are you grabbing a foot and a half long sandwich and try to go? Like, you barely got room with that calculator in that bag, and you try to hurry up and get there.
And that's why I took it out of my bag. Keep up to make room for the anyway, because I can't get into this with you, girl. If you're not going to support me on this petition to have Wawa offer bigger hoagies, I just don't know what
And you know
else there
what?
is to
I
say.
agree because one day
Thank you.
soon, I already can experience the want for something more. Like, I hate a shorty when I'm craving a classic.
Exactly. I don't even know how to. I don't even have the physical ability to eat breakfast sandwiches slowly for some reason. The years of
They
conditioning to
must be
rush to eat
inhaled.
breakfast, one bite through the nose at some time, like it's quickly
Girl.
gone. So I need me a long sandwich. Anyway, my moment of the week is some true mess with I don't know who I can blame this on. Either the landlord,
Who can
the
I run to?
city. Exactly. I don't know who I can blame this on, but I got a letter in the mail. Bring it up.
Ooh,
I got a letter in the mail from the city's Department of Revenue Water. Department of Revenue Water Revenue Bureau. That is nutty. Okay, so it says continuous usage notification. Dear water customer, we
ooh,
are writing to alert you that your water meter registered 96 hours of continuous usage. It is unusual for a typical household to use water continuously, so you may have a leak. May? You think my water
96
was.
hours.
Do you think I was just in the shower for 96 hours?
Girl, first of all, and if
Who's
you
paying for this? Me.
now hold on. If you were, why would he not send someone a check? They're gonna send a letter. If the
No,
shower was running for
seriously.
96 hours, someone's in trouble.
Hello?
Someone needs assistance.
You're
But
so
you're
right. Where was
sending
my
me.
wellness check?
They said no, we need well, let's check on how much you're paying us because you
Oh.
ran that $96 up. I mean, hours.
I wish it was 96. Well, no, I don't, because water is for some reason pretty inexpensive, which is good, which is good. I am just a little bit confused and concerned because then I obviously emailed. When I say I stay in my landlord's email, baby.
Okay.
Like my sister had to tell me, baby, they're not gonna change your light bulbs for you, and I'm like, but I'm paying for light. So I'm like, girl, y'all need to come down here, check this out. Then he gonna email me talking about, oh yeah, I had one of my guys come out and check when I was at work always. And they said nothing, there was no water running. Baby, I got a letter from the city telling me ba 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 ba. So send somebody else again. And nothing changed. I mean, I'm doing all this like I was so bold and like something happened and something changed. Girl, the way that I can still hear my toilet running sometimes at night, it's just like, what is a girl to do, you know? And this is why I tell people all the time, working with young people, students specifically, baby, don't rush to become grown.
You don't want to.
You don't
Do you
want to.
like
If
jiggle
it's
the
not the
handle?
water, it's here's the annoying part. It's one of those, remember at school, those toilets with like big dookie, little P flush options. I'm so sorry that I just said Zuki. And then people
Okay.
had to
I
hear
was
me
like, can we
say
get a
it.
trigger warning for the dookie? I don't know. I don't.
But then you gonna say it again. So now we done said Dookie 4 times.
Child.
Struggling with these
No.
students anyway. So it's like, so, well, I only ever use one of the buttons because the other one gives. It ain't going. You're not flushing for real. Toilet paper gonna still be there, and it's like, hello. And then
That's
and it's coming at the end of the month. It's like, and you expect me to pay my rent tomorrow. I'm not paying my rent. So I gave them half. I mean, I had to give them something.
I had to at least let you walk out of here with something.
You know, they leave it here with something because I'm not trying to have them come to my door for real. Just, a cute email to say, okay, baby, we got that first half. That's my moment of the week because I was just like disgusted.
But even if you tap the button,
if you tap the button, like, there should be like a little bit of like give, like there should be some tension. You're not just like, it is giving loose lips, sinking ships. And sometimes the button will get stuck. And I'm like, well, good thing I wasn't having a large gathering of people over here. That would be terrible. I am so distracted by this lava lamp. I'm so sorry. I should turn it off, but I don't want to.
You shouldn't.
Anyway, and this is also one of those reasons, moments like this remind me of like when people are like, oh, my mortgage is cheaper than my rent was, which is true. But of course, there are pros and cons because if this were my house, then there would be nobody to call. I would have to figure it out and pay for that.
For it.
There's pros and cons. It sucks.
People love talking about their mortgage job, but they don't talk about the fixer uppers. The many projects that they have to commit to.
They don't. Like the girls that can do it, I'm really proud of you for real. But it's just not for me right now. It's just not gonna. It just does not appeal to me at all. It's just not.
In this
especially
market.
With these letters. And this kind of girl. What's your moment of the week, please?
Okay. So there was an equation on social media recently on Twitter. And when the girls start putting math questions out, things start getting whatever. I swear I was right. And as an Aries, it really hurt my heart to find out I was not correct. But what it did was it made me understand that the real issue are my teachers who taught me. Because I did the work as I would in high school. And don't forget, I was in honors and AP, and so I should have been, quick with it at least.
Yeah.
Not only was I quick with it, I was wrong. That did not feel good, especially because I tweeted it. I was like, y'all are wrong. The answer is 4. The answer was 36. But I used the tools and the algorithms and the the
Baby, you just need to use PEMDAS.
And it was PEMDAS, but I thought, I'll just say what it was. I forget the exact equation. I think it was 60.
Oh, I was about to pull out a pen. Like
No, actually no. I feel trapped.
Go ahead. 60.
Okay, I'll do it. 60 times. Wait, no, I'm sorry. 60 divided by 5. Parentheses 7 minus 3. Close parentheses.
Okay, hang on.
Now let me be clear.
60 divided by 5, parentheses, 7 minus 3, close parentheses.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just saying, let me be clear. I may not have remembered that correctly. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but
well, we'll see. Yikes. Okay. You said okay. Hold on, because somebody might have lied to her several times. Times 4. I got 48. Hold on.
Hold on.
Divided by 5 times 4. Yeah. I got 48. I don't know how the girls got 36.
Hold on, but let me make sure the numbers is right, like I said.
Because it's feeling like a set.
Oh no. I said 7 minus 4 or 7 minus 3?
You said 7 minus 3. Is 7 minus 4?
7 minus 4.
Okay, I got 36.
Okay, yeah.
I know exactly what you did.
What? Everybody keeps saying that. What was it?
I know exactly what you did. After you did 7 minus 3 in the parentheses, you multiplied it by 5 straight out because it was important to you.
But it was
you got to just put the space between the 5 and the 3 times. There's no longer in a parentheses. I know that you did that, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's a common mistake.
I was taught that you have to finish off your parentheses before you can move on. So that's why I'm like, no. We don't want to see them no more. As in, like, it's no longer a multiplication problem. You still have parentheses here that you need to solve for. You need to get it out the parentheses by multiplying it by what's outside of the parentheses.
No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. They did not tell you that. They didn't tell you that. And I'm not even going to sit here and let you lie.
Yes, they did.
They didn't tell you that because it doesn't even make sense.
Well, this is one of the Mandela effects then, because I promise you, this is what I've always been doing, and I've always gotten them right.
So when you did it, 7 minus 4, the number 3 is still in a parentheses for you?
3, and it was 15. 60 divided by 15, it was 4.
But the 5 isn't in the parentheses.
But the 5 was next
to technically, the only way to solve to get rid of the parentheses would be to multiply whatever's in the parentheses by 1, technically, because there's a 1 in front of that parentheses, technically.
Well, some of us are still teaching students, so they're a little more up to date with their handheld math skills, walking around with calculators in their bags. But some of us are a little rusty because we've been out here living in the world.
Oh, he said I have no life, y'all, and you're so right. I'm sitting over here arguing about him. Okay, no, fine. If you want to
at home practicing PEMDAS and Pythagorean theorems.
AX plus BX. MX plus B.
No, Y equals MX plus B.
MX plus B Like I was saying, equals Y. Girl, that's the
Equals
same
Y.
thing.
Who says it like that though? It's always Y equals MX plus B.
It is, but I already started the sentence and I couldn't go back. Hello.
Like, even though, like, well, yes, that's not the theorem. The theorem is Y equals MX plus B.
That is
Not
so
B
okay,
plus
please.
MX equals Y. Like, no.
Right. Literally though, that is so funny that you say that because like that's one of those things where it's like technically yes, technically please don't. That's how I feel
Right.
whenever people say and in the middle of like the year. When they say like 2000 and something, I'm like, there's no decimal in that. And equals a decibel.
Right.
A decibel. So whenever people say like 2023, I'm like, that's not necessary. Just say
And there's
2023.
so many words. I definitely have. I'm good for an
Back in
and.
the day, I'm sure you did say 2010 when you graduated from 6th grade.
Yeah, 2010, 2012. But now I think it's.
You didn't even say and there.
But I think the and is coming from the 1000. 2010, 2010, 2012. So it's not me saying and. It's not me saying 2012.
Some people
It's
do.
and I know, but I'm thinking like I am saying 2012, but it's not the and. It's like 2012,
And yeah, 2012, not 2000.
2023.
And
But
it's
now
just
it's
like,
like 2023. Ever since 2020
hello.
is like 2023, or even like 2019, 2010.
Since 2010, there was like a big pause in the programming when we were doing our rehearsals for our 6th grade moving up ceremony. They're like, should we say welcome to the 2010 moving up ceremony or 2000 or 2010? And I'm like,
One
2010
sounds
number
just
one.
better.
Why would you say 2010?
Ooh,
This is a semi-professional event. We're moving up from the 6th grade. Get serious.
2010s. 2010. Okay, for the ceremony
This is
purposes.
formal. This is serious.
Speaking of formal, before we move on, why is my job having a Christmas breakfast that we
That's
have to
cute.
no that we have to
Cute.
drive to at 8 a.m. and people are dressing up
What day of the week?
Friday, but then we still have work after that. Like it's not isn't slavery like isn't this just like isn't this just terrible?
Jaden, what's the date? The number?
I will tell you that later on.
What do you think folks gonna pull up on you? Well, girl, there's only 2 more Fridays left.
This one.
Oh, dang. Wait, no, I'm asking. It doesn't even matter because you don't have a winter break.
No.
You just have off on Eve, the day, New Year's Eve, the day.
So luckily, if they fall on like weekends, so we take them the days outside of them. So Friday to Monday for the Christmas break, the Christmas weekend, the Christmas weekend. I'm like the Christmas break weekend, the Christmas weekend, and then but luckily New Year's is the same exact thing.
Oh, nice. I wish that Christmas was on a Wednesday. No, I wish it was on a whatever day would give me more days off. I don't remember what it is.
Literally.
Do I
Like
need it to
Thursday.
be on do I need it to be on Thursday?
Thursday, because Christmas Eve, if you do work, it's usually a half day, but sometimes it's just no work at all. Like it's honored as a holiday. And then Christmas, if it's the Wednesday, they'll honor it on Friday as well. They normally will honor it on Friday because coming back the day after Christmas is just madness to me. I don't see that happening. But then you would have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
You know what? I think it being on Monday is probably the best bet, actually. No, Christmas being on Tuesday. because then you get
You go in on Wednesday.
the end of Friday, Saturday. Girl, who going on Wednesday? Girl, call out. No, actually, it doesn't even matter because no one's working between Christmas and New Year's anyway. So you're just going there and
Exactly.
collecting your money. That's it.
That's literally what I'm doing. What I plan on doing and scrolling on
Absolutely.
something.
Are you going to go to that breakfast?
I have to. It's mandatory as well.
And what happens if you don't? Like, I never understood that.
Beats me.
I mean, don't figure it out. No,
Yeah, I'm
no.
like, I don't want to find out.
Do you think it's going
the
to
fact
give
that people are?
Omelet Station?
You said what?
Do you think it's going to give Omelet Station or like breakfast bagels?
It's supposed to be like a catered. It's supposed to be like breakfast.
Sounds
Which I don't doubt. I don't doubt that it's going to be nice. Sort of doubt it, but like, not that it's going to be nice or that it's not going to be nice, but I doubt that it's going to be super well put together. Like I feel like it's a presented like a nice event. Oh, this was nice, but like you pull the curtain back and it was a hot mess the whole time. Like I could see that.
I mean, that's how your job is. So no shade. That's how your
maybe
events,
that's
not
why
your events, but like
that's why I said it. But I'm just like, dress up. I found that out today. People was like, "Oh, I was gonna wear an ugly sweater, but people are talking about dressing up." I said, "Dressing up for what?
like up what? Up how?
Like party dresses for breakfast? Whoa, this may be a generational thing, but we go to breakfast in like sweats, or if we go out, it's jeans. Like, what do you mean dressing
It's
up?
definitely jeans. It's a holiday. It's giving jeans.
Then we have to work after, so you're gonna walk around with your chiffon everywhere, and you're gonna sit down at your desk at work in tight. Be for real.
You're so disrespectful. Jaden, here's what I need from you. I am begging for you to put on that purple pink shaking go wig and dress to the nines. So then you can just take it off in the car. Could be fun. It could be fun. I don't know. Jaden, at the request of loyal listeners, why don't you go ahead and share some positive news from this week that you've experienced?
Have you seen that clip of the lady who she was like, think of something nice to say about so and so. She's like,
she's like, I'm finding
like,
it.
I'm that finding one. It takes this long. It does.
Yeah. And that's what it's
positive.
Giving.
That's what it feels like. Positive wins or personal wins. Things just went like fine. I don't know.
That sounds like a win.
Yeah, and I feel like I had a revelation again recently. I'm good for a revelation, child. Just like about what I'm about to do, as far as like my creative stuff and all that, and trying to, because I feel like a lot of it has been like jumbled and chaotic in my head, and trying to figure like what I need to focus on. So I had like a revelation of like what's about to happen. And also I had my last class for abolition school on Tuesday, yesterday, and it was a good class, of course. And we have like a meetup on Saturday as like a final thing. And yeah, then I'll be done abolition school.
That's so cute. So then how does that work? Like, do they just do sort of like cohorts every so often?
This was the first one.
Oh, okay.
This is the first one. So the next class or the next semester's class is going to probably be similar to this. But they have other opportunities for us to either help facilitate that class or join other things that they do. Like if they do a residency, an intensive, or other things, like they're going to share that with us to potentially participate in that.
That is so awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a win for sure. My win, I mean, the biggest win is that I be getting paid.
Okay. Not soon
That's
enough though.
no, never.
They need to pay me the day I work.
Seriously. As soon as I clock out, the money should be there. It should be there.
Yeah.
If you know when I left, then you can calculate it very quickly. It's anyway. My wins, one of my small wins was that at school, a teacher brought me a book to read. Like she suggested a book and then she let me borrow her copy and she remembered and she found me in a random class and delivered it to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Like she's pressed. So I had to start reading that. And then my
What book
other
was it?
win, it's a book called Court of Thorns and Roses. It's one of those series type books, and it's a thickie. It's a thick. She read it while she was getting her hair braided, so I'm like, baby, when am I gonna read it?
Right.
At work during lunch. So I did. I obliged. And then another win. I had some job interviews. And even though the second one was giving me very bootleg vibes, I did get offers from both. The second one was giving immediately no as soon as I got on the Google Meet. But I was like, thank you so much for the offer. But baby, it's going to be no. Like when they start running down what the job is and the whatever really quickly, and then they immediately jump into next steps paperwork. I'm like, oh, it's giving no. It's a no.
Oh, it's giving absolutely not.
And then so what's gonna happen is after we get off this call, no,
You just accept
no.
anyone.
Like I don't who gets off this call? How long do I have to think? I'm gonna send you a welcome email for what? Why am I getting a welcome email?
You didn't even talk to people to see if you wanted to hire me.
Hello, and then I said, do you need like do I have to get back like the PA clearances or criminal background checks, tuberculosis? No, girl, you don't need none of that. You don't need none of that. Oh my god! So I'm just, and that's actually very scary. Like I don't have to. I could truly walk right off the street and into your children's classroom. So it was giving absolutely not for me personally. Many blessings to them and theirs though. So that was a win. And then also I hosted my siblings and nephews for a holiday hang with me at my house, and it was very lovely. It was a success, and I know it because my 12-year-old nephew opted to stay and hang out for longer after his mother left. Now that's how you know. If a preteen is like, this is fun, I'm having fun, then you know it's fun.
Right. Did he actually stay longer?
Yeah. Like his mother left with the baby, and then the baby's mom stayed, and he was like, I think I'll stay. Oh, you're having fun. He probably immediately regretted it because then we started playing karaoke. Yeah, Jaden, you would.
I'm asking because I would have been like, oh, how sweet. You should leave. Like, you should leave with your mom.
Oh, no. I'm like, sure, you can stay. But I knew. I'm like, oh, he's going to regret it. But that's okay. Because you're going to get these tones. You're going to get this voice. Jaden, you have to come. When I was doing karaoke, I was like, oh my gosh, Jaden, you have to come over for karaoke. Like, Jaden, when I say vibe, like, it's it.
But you never invite me over for karaoke. So I don't understand.
No, baby. Any invite that you come over is an invite for karaoke. Hey, Jaden, when I come over for spring rolls, that's an invite for karaoke, baby. Just say the word.
True. Well,
it ain't nothing to hook that speaker up.
I'll be singing you soon.
No, am I gonna be doing karaoke on that day? I might be running out the city on that day. I don't know. What are your plans? Never mind. We'll talk about it after. Small wins. So I hope that the listeners enjoyed some positive information before we got into that mess. Speaking of mess, we're going to get right into the catch. This is where Jane and I catch you up on all the things that are happening in the world, specifically the things that we want to talk about, only the things we want to talk about. First things first, follow us on Instagram at Child Anyway Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Child Anyway the Podcast. Chal Anyway Pod. Follow us on TikTok at Chal Anyway the podcast. Later, I'll tell you to email us at chalanywaypod@gmail.com, but not now.
Everything is Chal Anyway Pod except for TikTok.
So that's okay. So hold on. First things first, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Chal Anyway. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Chal Anyway Pod. Follow us on TikTok at Chal Anyway the podcast.
Yes.
Bada bing.
There's no content anywhere, but
no, I bet you just follow because one day soon,
there will be, and you'll want to see it.
You want to be seeing it first. But you know who's not seeing that money? Starbucks. Just like Jaden and I said, specifically Jaden, because you know he loves a rant. Boycotting, protesting, all those things, they work. You know, nothing monumental has ever changed in the past by just like peacefully, passively passing by. It only works through hitting them in their wallets where it hurts. Starbucks has reportedly lost $12 billion over the course of, I'm not going to lie, I don't know. But it is specifically due to the protests and boycotts that are happening of the business, which is like, that's excellent. What would that have been? Like 2 months, 3 months? And that leads me to believe that they already making too much money to begin with. If you're losing $12 billion and your business isn't $12 billion in debt, you have too much money. And I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but Starbucks is not that good.
Okay. Like if one more person talks to me about Starbucks and their greatness, I know, Dunkin', you're gonna get something different every time, though you order the same thing. I know, we know those things. But that's part of the experience. That's part of the culture.
That's what makes it fun.
That's what makes it Dunkin'. The America runs on Dunkin'. No, America runs on slavery. Sorry. Because
America runs on the backs of 400 plus years of slave labor and genocide and stuff.
We're jumping right in.
Well, yeah, because we got the positive stuff in.
We did.
So that's good. Now it's time to get to that real, because then later we'll get to the mess. Starbucks, you're done. Even though I be seeing lines out the door still. But some people just can't start their day without their cup of joe. From Starbucks specifically, which is just like, This doesn't even just sound like somebody's grandfather, but just drink a cup of sugar at that point. Because there's like a sip of coffee in your drink.
They're basically handing out coffee at this point as well.
Oh, are they?
Yes, every week it's a new promotion of like, we will give you a free hot chocolate with any purchase. 40% off all ice cream. I mean, all coffees.
40% off all coffee. That wouldn't even work at Dunkin', because the coffee would then be like 50 cents. Starbucks, like, count your days. I can't wait to see it crumble. Honestly, I'm really, I would say that I'm really sad for the people that work there, and I am. But the amount of times that they're always boycotting for fair wages and, paid time off, etc., is like, you don't even treat your employees like they're worth anything to you. So goodbye. You guys will find other places to get coffee. Trust me. This cog will not stop this wheel of capitalism from turning. And that's that on that. Next, Jaden, you sent this to me early. Was it today or yesterday that 2 days ago, you sent this to me about Cheryl Lee Ralph, who we love, our dream girl. She tells us the secret to specifically her
child.
Was that throat clear? Abbott is under fire.
The school is on fire currently.
Yeah.
The school, Abbott does not exist in Gag City. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
No. Well, but this.
This is something different. But I'm sorry.
The other
I thought about
girls,
her, and then my brain went straight to
save
yeah.
yourself, mama. Save yourself. So Cheryl Lee Ralph says that her and her husband, who have been married for 20 years, 20, maybe 20 plus, I'm not sure, they don't live together. They
Real.
see each other every 2 weeks, and then they leave, and it's lovely, and they have a happy marriage. I don't know about you, but whenever I see clips of them, they're glowing, they're kissing, they're happy, they're in love. I love this idea. I don't really okay, I can see why people would have a problem with it, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But it obviously worked for them, and some people are saying, "What's the point of even getting married?" Which to that I say,
You should
"Well,
be asking that question regardless. Like honestly.
hello." Yeah, for them and for everyone, but in this example, it's like, yeah, maybe they just don't wanna live in sin like you. Just kidding. Um, I'm totally just kidding, that was ridiculous, but what are your thoughts on this, Jaden? Because I don't remember if we discussed couples having separate, like, bedrooms or spaces to sort of decompress, but what are your thoughts on them living in 2 separate houses with the knowledge that really it doesn't even matter what we think because it works for them and they're happy?
Right. And the knowledge of it's because of work. Like
Yeah.
that they do it. Like they're bi-coastal because he's a senator who is in like DC or whatever all the time.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
MPA. Oh. And she's the actress who is in LA all the time. So yeah, but I have always said, not always, let me not be dramatic, but I have said in more recent years that I would love to not live with my partner. Like I said a separate place, though it would have to be like based on economics, of course. And I don't think I would necessarily have another home as much as I may pay for an apartment or even like I don't know if I would have my own place or if it would be another place we both had access to.
It could give duplex, though. Like, that's technically 1 building, but it's 2 units, you know?
But I need to be away. Like I don't want to be like near you.
Same parking lot is gonna be a no? Okay.
It's a chop. No, like I needed to be like across town. Even the same town, but like across it.
Okay.
Or at least like near my job or whatever I'm doing as a career, like somewhere accessible and relevant to me, but
Mhm.
out of the way, but also
Yeah.
not near our home. But you can
Mm.
have one too, or you can also have that one. Like it can be a shared thing. It can be like, or even if it's like a city, one's in the city, one's outside the city kind of thing,
Yeah.
or bi-coastal is also fine. Cause I'll hop on a
In this
flight.
economy oh, girl.
Girl,
You are not
and we're
trying to
talking
see
about
this man.
dream money and all those things. So
Clearly, you do not
I'm
wanna
not talking
see this
about
man.
no, because and not even just that. Like I enjoy company, but I also enjoy personal time. Like I need it. I
Yeah.
crave it. I thrive on it. I thrive on the
Yeah.
balance of them both. So it's just like in a relationship, why do we have to give ourselves up so much? Like I want to live over here and over here. I want to be alone sometimes, and sometimes I want to be all up under you. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely. My thoughts are the same as yours. I can't specifically speak to the, like, across town business of it because I'm a girl of convenience, you know, I'm not going across that town. I'm just
No,
not gonna
you're
do
not.
it.
Well,
I'm so
you're gonna be
sorry.
walking, so you need something walkable.
Exactly, exactly. For me, it's more so just having personal space and also being able to curate my own space, you know,
Mm,
like, of course, compromise is necessary in relationships, but I think that at least right now, I'm young, I'm still very selfish in my grown up what I finally have access to, specifically, like, making spaces my own. Since I
mm.
literally now have full control of, well, you know, minus economical whatevers, but, like, I can make my space look how I want. So, I think it's like, okay, well, especially since I also have a lot of siblings and I'm the youngest, it's like, well, dang, baby, when can I have a space that that I made. That's mine.
Right.
So I think for that reason, I would like definitely at least my own bedroom. And I'm sorry, it might give basement. I want the basement too. Like I need a whole space. Like my bedroom, if you could see it right now, it's giving nothing. It's giving box with a bed, and then the rest of my house is like, oh, cute. So I actually need a bedroom and something else, another place. So it truly might give duplex. It might give two stand-alone houses that are just next to each other. Like being neighbors to
Mm,
me sounds so cute and so romantic.
it does. I can see neighbors.
It's
I'm pretty
cute.
sure two families on my street like are related.
And that, first of all, don't you live right down the street from your grandmother?
Around the corner. Hmm.
Ain't that far enough? Like,
Convenient, useful.
isn't
Yeah.
that like better than if she lived across town or if whoever you were with lived across town? I'm not trying to convince you of your whatevers. Do what you're gonna do, but I just feel like it's so romantic. Be able to like knock on, like walk by foot, knock on the door, like I made a pie. Come get
But
this
then
pie.
is that not okay? I can see that because I'm like, but also is that not defeating the purpose of me wanting to have a space for me, like that
Drop that
has
pie off and go.
almost nothing to do with you?
Oh, okay. Well, then I think we're talking about different things.
But also, yeah, like if I'm with a partner, they're more likely I'm going to want them to be included in the space in some way. So yeah, you're right. I could see like a next door, or even if like you start dating the person in the apartment next to you, like keeping your own apartments. And
Oh, for
like
sure. Yeah. To me, that I think it's even a nightmare idea, even just to fathom like one of you guys moving into the other. No, keep that. Of course, I'm talking specifically without the context of rent and making things cheaper. That's, a
yeah,
big
this is
reason why
also
people move in.
we would definitely leave this advice because in the
Oh,
time
for
right now,
sure.
like it's not even called like Shirley Ralph and her husband can do that because they are financially equipped to do it.
They're making it.
So
Yeah.
they're making good coin to both own their own homes. And that's the other thing. If I own my house and you own the house and we both own the house in certain places, we're keeping both houses. Like we're not selling
Yeah,
one house,
for
or we're
sure.
housing or using one house to like house other people, like
Oh,
something.
for sure. It, uh, That's what I really don't understand, like, with adults who are grown, it's like, if y'all both own your house, whatever, whatever. I think also because I know that in the future, you do wanna have, like, a family with children and things or even pets or whatever, so I think so you can maintain your space and not have to uproot where you live or them have to uproot where they live, just be neighbors. The kids can run across the yard, "I'm going to my other house," like, it's whatever. You know,
Right.
it's easier. Shout out to them, honestly. People are saying, like, what's the point? That's not right, blah, blah, blah. But literally, they are ignoring the context of work. It's not even like for the reasons that we're saying.
Right.
So speaking of like having somewhere else to go, having your own space, it's been brought to my attention that we're supposed to be getting ready for something big. We need to get our
Child.
bunkers ready. We need to get our bags of beans, our rice, our non-perishables. We need to get our flashlights ready. I'm not exactly for what, but Jaden says, get your bunker ready. Jaden, you getting in
Yeah.
the bunker? You got one that I can get in?
No, but then I started thinking about a bunker. I'm like, what would a bunker look like? I know where I would
Mm.
put it. I'm not gonna share it because hello, it's a bunker, but um I could see building a bunker. And why did I start thinking about like its design, its structure, like what it would give? But bunkers are very expensive to make.
Yeah, because underground it has to be like we don't want no mold. We would need it to be well
No,
ventilated. Yeah, of course it's
and
expensive.
secret, and
Well,
like
yeah,
it has to have some type of anonymity. So it's like you also have to be able to hide it, and hiding it means like electronic uses and like trap doors or whatever. Like it has to still. That's a lot.
when I used to be heavy on The Sims, a couple of my Sims had bunkers. I don't
Mm.
know
So
why, because
you know what it's like
I do know what
to
it's
build
like,
one.
and it did make me nervous just the visual of it because I'm like, look at the limited space. So, and just in thinking in real life, oh, I love to dance. But I guess if I need a bunker, I won't even be having the desire to dance because I'll be trying to run. But that's my other thing. And I don't know how you feel about this. If let's say that the bunker is for zombies, whatever, we'll believe if zombies are real or not, whatever. Jaden, you fighting for your life in a zombie apocalypse?
No.
Hello?
Why do I keep having like the same conversations like 3 different times in life? I am not fighting for my life. I'm definitely gonna hurry up and just be like, eat me now. Like I'm not about to waste
Take a bite.
time. I really don't care to be like the last person ever existing or putting up such a huge fight. Like, would I be scared while I fight back? More than likely just out of natural reaction. But after a while, I'm gonna look around like, instead of running and always constantly looking over your shoulder and being afraid and then still one day getting eaten, why don't I just save the hassle?
Save the hassle. Because then it's like, let's say you do make it and you alive. Where are you living? You're living with zombies?
But there's zombies everywhere. You're never fully safe because one zombie could just randomly be walking onto your compound or whatever, and then now you're done. Or you could
Done.
be running out of supplies and you're running to the store, your local store, whatever. Boom, zombie attack there, or coyote attack, or another animal who also hasn't eaten or done anything. Like it's never just you. It's never just the one thing. It's never you were saved, you live in your bunker, and then you come out and then now it's nothing. What if the moment you walk outside your bunker, it's been 20 years, you walk outside your bunker and there's a zombie waiting for you right there? What if they took over your house specifically? What if the government put all the zombies into your home because it was big enough or it was the perfect size?
Exactly. I just
What if they drop a
think
bomb because of the zombie onto your bunker?
so don't get a bunker. What are you saying? So now my bunker's got to be strong enough to survive a bomb. Baby, it was going to give wood paneling. It wasn't going to give nothing serious.
It was gonna give cave with dirt. But the girls are saying, okay, back to what we were talking about. The girls were saying get a bunker. The girls were saying they said the bunker is not like immediately necessary. It is not like immediate, gotta work on this tomorrow, but like start planning it. Also to get flash drives and save all your documents, save all your photos in 2 places, like one somewhere and then one a more deeper somewhere. Laminate your things, start investing in DVDs or putting movies on like a flash drive. What else was it? Just be prepared because they said, this is astrology girlies, by the way. They said in a few years, all electricity could go, not electricity, all like connection could go out. And honestly, if you look at the grid, quote unquote, like the power grid in America, it's not going to be long. It's already very weak. It's very shoddy. It has not been updated, and it needs to be updated really bad. But it's cost too much money to update. So it is how it is going to be, and what's life going to be like when we have none of those things. And yes, if this is also in reference to Leave the World Behind on Netflix, I'm not recommending you watch it. I think the movie was kind of boring, but it was a look into, and it was produced by Barack Obama in some way, which whatever. There's a reason he's telling us to get bunkers, but what I'm not gonna tap into that.
Jaden, take off the aluminum foil hat.
Sorry. But yeah, he see almost went down that rabbit hole. In the movie, this is essentially what ends up having to happen, where they need some type of protection, but they also lose access to communication amongst others. And so, what does that look like? What does that mean for us in the future? So I think that's one, like an emergency preparedness we can kind of start preparing for, because we rely a lot on electronics. Like at this point, 2023, 2024, we rely a lot on electronics. So
Yeah.
we have to be prepared for life after that. Like going back to a radio, you
I
know,
love
like a
radio. Mhm.
so mind you, my car it has radio, obviously, but it doesn't have a CD player. So we'll see what life's like.
Girl.
We gotten that point.
I have a CD player and I have a lot of CDs. So if you want, you can bike over. That's the other thing. I think that just in general, it's good to, and not to once again sound like an old man, but we need to get back to teaching like truly basic skills or like survival less skills, like knowing how to read a map, or at the very least, like what the key is for, what the directions are. I'm not saying you got to go out there and truly like be one with nature, looking to see where the sun sets and rises, but you definitely should know how to read a map. And I think that personally, I do know how to read a map well enough, but personally, not MapQuest, Google Maps and Apple Maps, all those, they make it very hard. I like the when they do it all dramatic with posts, I'm like, I just have to zoom out sometimes because I'm like, I don't, just zoom me out. Look for the landmarks, blah, 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 get a bike, maybe. I have a
It's not
bike.
bad.
I have a bike. I don't know. I have a bike and a scooter.
Well,
If
I think
anything
regular
else.
cars are fine, but like electric cars were no good.
Girl, the electric car girls are just gonna be sitting there. The door is locked. They're gonna be locked inside. That's scary.
Yeah,
I think also learning card games. What you gonna
true.
do in that bunker? And don't let it be war. Oh my. Whenever somebody suggests like, oh, let's play a card game, let's play war. Baby, I'm trying to get serious. I'm trying to get real. I'm trying to be thinking.
Some with card games, I always forget which game is being talked about. Even if like I played it a million times. If you say war, I'm like, how do you play
Which one's
that?
war? Yeah, that's the one where the cards are just upside down and it's just a game of chance, low key. You have no control.
Oh,
Put me
and then you
down for
take
500. Put me down for
yeah.
spades. Yes, girl, I know I still got to teach you. I'll teach you in your bunker if you invite me. Um, we're running out of time, but I will just quickly say, Megan Thee Stallion, you'll always be famous to me. I love you, girl. Keep being you. Keep doing what you got to do. Put these people on blast, but also, you don't have to, but do what you
No.
want. Do
Do
what
what
you
you
want.
need. Get your healing, girl.
Yeah.
I'm happy you spoke up for yourself in this way. It's very like commendable, and I can see the healing in you, girl. Though I don't know you, um, I can see just how you talk about the situation. It's like it doesn't bring you to tears so quickly. You're smiling, you're glowing, and we ask that you continue to do that because you don't deserve what this world has done to you.
No. No.
Also, don't know you, so
That is the
though
if so,
though it's
and we
true,
be
I don't know.
we be having to say that because the girls the next weeks they always want to be doing the most. Jaden, let's get into so that was the catch. Oops, boops. We're done with the catch. If we missed something, which I doubt because that was everything going on, let me know, I
Ever.
guess, on Child Anyway. What's the new handle? Child Anyway
It's the
podcast?
same one. Don't.
Child Anyway pod. Child Anyway pod. Child Anyway pod. Let's go take it or leave it. This is where people write in. They want advice. They want to share their mess. They want to know what we're thinking. But because we're like, it's a somewhat free-ish country where you can sort of do what you want, you can take our advice, you can take our opinions, or you can leave them all behind. Jaden gave you that option earlier. He said, I would leave that.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, we'll keep it real, baby. I wouldn't even do this, but I'm gonna suggest it to you. But just know, I personally would not do this.
The first one?
No, I'm just saying in general.
Oh
Like
wait.
we'll
Oh,
say
you're
something,
saying
and we also won't even do it. The first one, Jaden, I personally went through and changed names out for fake names, and because I did that, I know that you should read the first one because it's for you.
I see. I also want to know who the real people are afterwards. Okay, so boom.
I want to know too. I want to know too, girl. You know how this works. The
Oh,
people are sometimes giving me like your friend. They're giving you work coworker tea. They're giving you other people's tea.
okay. Okay. So I'm gonna read the full thing. Actually, this is dedicated to Jaden because we know he loves some mess. I love that people know me. Um, my sister's best friend, call her Almond Joy because she's nutty. Y'all are both nutty. Um, has been dating has been dating the same guy for many years and still no ring. He's cheated twice.
Right.
I'm already scratching my head.
No, seriously. You're about to get a headache.
I don't like Titus that much. I do.
My jaw was on the floor on the edit. So go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gagging already. He's cheated twice in the past. Oh, I was about to say, if they say year, he cheated twice in the past that she knows of. And she's starting to get suspicious that he's fooling around again. My sister came up. Oh, I'm like, this is the sister's best friend, mind you.
Yeah.
My sister came up with the idea of having someone that AJ can trust to flirt with her man and see how far he's willing to take it. He's never met me before, so I was the bait. Ooh. One Friday night, he was supposed to be going out with his boys to the club. So I strapped on my wig to go under me bad. So I strapped on my wig to go undercover to try and see if he changes his ways. After I got to the bar, I spotted him. After I got to the bar, I spotted. I'm gagging.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. After I got to the bar, I spotted him at the club and he quickly asked me to dance. That dancing turned handsy almost immediately. Ooh, immediately, and he started pushing his body up against mine. Something about me, I haven't dated or been intimate with anyone in over a. Oh my god. Okay. I haven't dated or been intimate with anyone in over a year. So having him whisper in my ear and pressing up on me felt so good. We started dancing face to face and saliva was exchanged. Girl, that's a funny way to say y'all was making out. My friend was also there to get photo evidence of him being a dog, so I had more than enough evidence to show my sister and AJ he's still not loyal. But child, like I said, it's been over a year and this man felt too good to pass up. So when he asked if I wanted to get out of here, I didn't hesitate. If that's not messy enough, we've seen each other several more.
Oh my gosh.
If that's no. Oh my god. If that's not messy enough, we've seen each other several more times since then. So when I say mind blowing, mind blowing. I was honest and told my sister and AJ that we did the nasty, but I didn't tell them how many times, and now they're both mad at me. Why would they not be mad at you for doing what they asked me to do? I probably shouldn't have continued to see him, but was I wrong for sleeping with him the first night? Yes. See, my thing with this is
the answer is yes.
The answer is yes. There are a lot who mad at you, and I'm mad at you because I live for you, though. I
for sure
live for you, but you're wrong, and you know you're wrong. This is the tea I needed. I'm sorry.
Before you even get to the end, let's start from the top, okay? I don't understand the writing like and still no ring. What do you want a ring from this man for? He's cheated on you multiple times and you're
Twice as
suspicious he
far.
might be doing it again.
What? See, we got a few people to read for this one. Because
no, literally every single player,
every single person has a fault in this. We don't even need to get to the man. I think the man is obvious. Like, we don't even need to spend time or energy or breath talking about him because this is what they do. This is why this scheme is old as time. We didn't even have to do that. Adam, Eve, and Martin was there, and Jessica. Like Autumn was there, and Eve sent Jessica to play because she knew.
She knew.
I don't know why Martin was in the story, but Jessica,
You know why.
Stacy, and Adam. Anyway, he's cheated twice in the past. She's starting to get suspicious that he's fooling around again. Okay, it doesn't matter. He cheated twice in the past. We're done. Like he should have been gone after the first one. But now later on, I see why he's not gone, because the girls be hooked on phonics.
It's giving hooked on phonics because, okay, the girl who wrote in is actually nuttier than Almond Joy, but really whatever. Because to say this was too good of a man to pass up, baby, it was just a man. You're sent to trick him into flirting with you because he has a history of cheating. It was just a man. It wasn't even it was just a man. And then the next thing is you're getting suspicious that he might be cheating on you again, and he's cheated on you in the past. It means that, number one, you don't trust him and you shouldn't. So you shouldn't even be with him. And then your sister / your best friend had the brilliant idea to set him up. Maybe that's not your friend. She wanted to see some mess because she knew that man was going to take the bait.
But here's where I have to stand by the sister.
Okay.
Because, girl, this is as old as time. Like, we've done this before. But the rule and the issue is you can't send in desperate people. Because when you send in someone who's willing to do anything and who actually has no moral standing themselves, they will end up following fully through. Versus, like, that's not the task she was sent in for.
No.
Well, hold on, because now I don't know.
Oh, actually, yeah, because it does say flirt with her man and see how far he's willing to take it.
And that's the part.
Yeah.
That's the part. See how far he could take it. Not only did they take it all the way, they are still all the way. Like they're still there. They're taking it. She's taking it. But she knows she's wrong. She knows she's wrong for it. And after I got to the bar, I spotted him at the club, and he quickly asked me to dance. First of all, what kind of rom-com is this? I hate.
First of all, some details are missing because he did not quickly ask you. He did not spot you at the bar and just came over. Girl, you was probably standing next to him, already gyrating.
Absolutely.
Already pushing.
You made your way over there. You made sure you caught his attention. You started dancing on him and with him. But it's been a year and his touch felt so. Are you kidding me?
No, what takes me out. No, JD, just this is the nasty part. He started. Okay, so he asked me to dance. The dancing turned handsy. He started pushing his body up against mine, and he was whispering in the ear and pressing up on. Then they were face to face. So up until this point, it was all back to front. Baby, You're throwing it back on this man. He's pressed up against you close enough for you to throw it back, be grinded up on, and he's whispering in your ear. Absolutely. It's getting intimate.
Y'all both are loose. And the reason I say that specifically, because you whispering in somebody's ear in the first 5 minutes, like it's giving it gives that for y'all. Like it gives whisper in ear the first time we're dancing at all. Like this is my first time seeing you in general. You just started dancing with me and I'm already whispering sweet nothings.
But
what is your name?
I don't believe that.
How was your day?
She's probably lying. They're at the club. He's not whispering in your ear, mama. He's talking. He's yelling. And it just feels like a whisper because he's on your neck.
See, and I don't even trust any of this now. Because now I think that she's been sleeping with him and just needed an excuse for it to come to light.
You think the sister's in on it or something?
I don't think the sister's in on it. But I think something's afoot. Because there's... You went to the, how do you know exactly what club, which I guess they probably talked about it, but like you end up there. how do you get through all the barriers of well, it's a man, so it's not that many barriers to entry, but like, how do you get to that point so easily and efficiently?
Easy. It was so easy.
He knows you, and you know him.
I don't want to be rude or to pry or to be nosy, but when he said get out of here, where'd y'all go?
Where you think he went?
What, I don't know if he shares a place with this girl. And does
Um,
the sister have her own, like, where do they go? Is it giving no shade? Is it giving car? Is it giving
and to
alley?
AJ, to Almond Joy, girl, it's a sad day for you now, but he's cheated on you a lot.
A
If
lot, like
if it
millions
was
of times.
this easy, he's cheated on you every single time a girl has walked up to him.
Not only
This
that, that is
easily,
so true. My thing is this: when you look for something, you're always going to find it. If you
true.
lurk, you get your feelings hurt. I say that all the time. Baby, you should have never set this man up just to get your feelings hurt. Like, this is embarrassing. Like, I'm sorry. I really am sorry for your loss. But baby, you had to have expected this, right? Like,
He cheated on you
if
twice.
you're looking for him to, if you're looking for evidence, you're gonna find it every time. The second you stop trusting them, they give you a reason not to trust. Now that's a different conversation if you just like have trust issues or whatever. But for a person that has already betrayed your trust in such a major way, for you to set him up again and like, let's see if he's did he even tell you he
He's
was
gonna do it.
reformed? He's
He's
gonna do
gonna
it.
do it.
But then also,
I
we're getting
can't get over the desperation. Like, that's really
that's what I'm
pissing me
saying.
off.
But also, it's like we're like, oh, it was so easy. But are you leaving stuff out the story because you saying like, and now they're both mad at me for doing what they asked? It lets me know that you already aren't above
You
like
already lied.
minimizing
You lied.
things.
You lied.
Yeah. Also, the fact that they're just mad at her and they didn't like Almond Joy didn't try to fight her is actually crazy to me.
Oh, I would have been like, sorry, I know that's your sister, but she got to throw hands with me because
Together, we're both gonna
the
fight your
thing
sister.
is, but and back to what I was saying before, like they did tell her to do this, but you can find out that someone wants to have sex with you and not have sex with them. Like, he was ready to take it all the way with me, not takes it all the way. And it's like, oh, we took it all the way. What?
For me though, I know because also it's like I feel like just having the knowledge that he's willing to do it is enough to know that he would. So for me, it's like, why did it have to go so cinematic to like an in-person setup? Why couldn't we just make us a little fake account on Instagram and slide in his DMs? Why
What
did
was
it have?
nasty was I didn't hesitate.
No, I didn't hesitate. Was nasty
That was
work.
despicable work. I didn't.
No,
So
seriously.
when he asked if I wanted to get out of here, I didn't hesitate. That's madness. That's like absolutely
That
insane. And I hope someone shows this to AJ because you honestly need to get beat up.
your words. No, your words, not mine. No. And to me, it's like you don't even have any remorse. You really don't care because you're talking about mind blowing. And you guys don't know this, and Jaden didn't scream, but mind blowing is all caps.
Uh,
I do applaud her for being honest. A
I
little bit.
appreciate the
She was
honesty with
partially
us at
honest, but
least.
she did do the nasty. She told Almond Joy and her sister that they did the
Oh yeah,
nasty. She just didn't tell them how many times. I mean, it really
but
doesn't.
it's the
To me
confusion
personally, I
on
don't even
them
think
being
it
mad.
matters how many times. No, them
No,
being mad, the confusion on that is fake. I would like to believe that this girl writing in is probably giving like no shade to us, but it's giving 23, 24. Like, girl, you're not dumb. Stop it.
right. And I was, but I didn't tell him how many times. You honestly should have told him how many times because, and you should have told him that you're probably still doing it to this day because at this
It's
point,
comical.
it's nothing to do. Like, I would never speak to you again, girl.
No.
You could have stopped, but also send me a picture of what he looks like because every once in a while I do make exceptions. I do make exceptions to the rule, and depending on what it gave, I may have to side with my sister on this. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Or maybe a hesitation though. Maybe a hesitation still.
A
Right?
hesitation, like some type of
Yeah. Come on.
withdrawal or something. Not
Maybe like
withdrawal,
no, I
you're under
can't.
it.
Well, maybe exact.
There was no pushback.
She was pushing up on. She was pushing it back, all right.
Okay.
Because what do you mean now we're dancing face to face? To me, and this is why I'm not out on the streets. This is why I'm not at the club. You just be dancing with people and they be whispering and you're like you said, and then now
That's
you're
what's
face you're making
that's what's
out
confusing.
in this economy,
That's what's
Jada.
with this pandemic. Like that's what's confusing. Why are you? I'm dancing on you at the club and you're whispering in my ear, and we just met 10 minutes ago. There's no way. We've known each other for a while. I wanted you for a while. I'm happy you set this up with her. Let's do this again because we've been
And
doing it.
so when he asked if I wanted to get out here, I didn't hesitate. My eye just keeps going to I didn't hesitate.
Because
You
I didn't
even if
hesitate
it's true,
is a worth a slap. Like she should have got slapped just for I didn't hesitate.
I think a kick, personally.
And I'm in mid fight, like an
Okay.
extra boost of energy to continue beating you up. Because what?
Yeah. I think for me, it gives just an old school kick, right from the hip, make sure the other leg is grounded and just kick anywhere. She could already be on the ground. It don't matter. Just kick her.
Right.
I think a kick is so disrespectful. In terms of like disrespect, I think spit is number one.
Yes.
And then I think right under that might be kick.
I think a stomp is right under that and then a kick.
Stomp is bananas.
Stomp,
Stomp
you're
is
stomping me out. You didn't have
whoa.
to do all that.
You don't respect my life. You don't care if I live or die. Stomp is next level.
Stomp.
Right.
When I see people get stomped out in videos, I'm like, who have we become?
We are. But then an open palm slap in the face is, I think, right after a kick. Because, like,
Yeah.
that is some white people
Then a slam.
action. Slam, I think, is like nothing.
I
It ain't
hate the
nothing.
slam. I hate the slam because it's
Really?
like, we're here to fight. Why are you trying to pick me
You mean like
up
a
and
pick up
slam
and
me?
slam or like a slam up against a locker?
A pick up and slam.
Oh, pick up and slam. Oh, pick up and slam is dangerous because, like, what about the neck? That's
I
too
hate the
much.
whole pick up and slam thing. Like, why are you trying to pick
Yeah,
me up and throw me to the ground? Throw these hands.
that's scary because, like, you're higher than that other person's body, and now you're going all the way to the ground. I think. Imagine somebody trying to choke you in a fight. Like, I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen anybody like 2 arms out trying to choke somebody in a fight.
Oh yeah, no.
That's extracurricular. All right. Survey says you're wrong.
Yes, you're wrong. Which I was just reading the question again. Like, are you writing into us asking if you were wrong for sleeping with someone you should never have slept with? Absolutely. Do I think you slept with him way before this moment that you're telling us about? Probably. Do you need to work on yourself? Absolutely. Because there's no reason a whisper, a grind, and a walk out the door should have led to all this. Like all three of those things should happen with different people. I don't know why they were all on the test subject. Why were you so warmed up? Like, see what I'm saying? Like something's not right. You go to the club
Yeah.
and the first thing you do is get him all the way home. Whoa, it's still
I know.
8:30. Like I don't
Where was the
understand.
drink? Right. Right.
Did they even play your favorite song? Like I don't understand. I really don't get it.
Literally, the
Anyway,
lights aren't even. They're like half dim right now. It's not even serious.
no one's here. He just walked in, and so did
That's why
you.
he saw her. Yeah. The dance floor
It's
was empty.
empty. His y'all
Did he
coats
leave?
are still on.
They're still at the coat check. Now, what kind of club am I envisioning? Why is there a coat check?
They have coat checks.
I don't know.
I know, but
I
that's me
don't
telling you.
know.
Like a lot of clubs have coat checks.
Maybe I'm going to the most raunchy place, the raggediest places then, because
Well,
the
yeah.
places I go, it gives put that coat on your lap or just be cold and don't have a coat. Okay. Speaking of coat, this is the next one. This is how this next one starts. I love it. How do I tell my friend she's being thirsty and have it get through her thick skull?
Oh, your friend's AJ? Not AJ, the girl from the last one.
No, this is a different story.
Oh, I know.
Oh, is my friend friends with the last one?
Just go.
Girl, cause what? Um The story starts when our mutual friend, let's call her Lacey, began bringing the thirsty friend, let's call her Dasani, around
Oh,
big ballers and shot callers, men with actual money. Men, I'm sorry, what? Lacey is actually friends with these sports famous men from college,
who?
so it's gross cis vibes. And it took everything in me when the person was was telling me this. I'm like, can't we just name names? Can't we just say teams? Can't we just at least say colors of the jerseys? What kind of jerseys? What are they playing on? Fields, courts, ice? We don't know. Lacey has Dasani in sections, black cars getting
I need you to
bottles,
get this
living
information
that
later.
I got you because I'm pretty sure you know these people living that lavish life. Dasani one night takes a liking to one of these men and chats him up at the club. Lacey
Because it's club.
peeps, and as always the club. Lacey peeps and talks to Dasani after the fact to let her know he's off limits. This man has a baby on the way and he's hood married. That's so shady. I love it.
Me
Dasani
too.
agrees. That's not how you. I did write agree, so I spelled that wrong. Dasani agrees to stand down and buy her money. Lacey the next week sees Dasani post a close friend story with the guy. It's obvious they took it after a game since he's still in his uniform. Okay. When Lacey confronts her, and Dasani ends up stumbling over her lies and reveals they have been texting and talking outside of Instagram. So at this point, Lacey demands she stops talking to him because not only is he taken, but that's also her friend. So it's given too much. Lacey wipes her hands of the situation until the guy sends her a screenshot from Dasani talking about how much she wanted her, wanted him, how much she wanted him.
He wanted her.
Because I know the story, she wanted him.
But Lacey
The
wipes
screenshot,
her hands to the situation until the guy sends her screenshots from the signing talking about how much she wanted him in her messages,
yes,
in his messages.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yeah. And of course, his response was less than moved. He wasn't pressed. It wasn't. He told Lacey, "I'm not trying to treat your sis like one of the hoes." Okay. Lacey is so embarrassed and pissed because these guys are actually her friend, and that's not what she's on. Lacey asked me if she should be uninvited from her birthday party because she lied to her and went behind her back to talk to this man. I say she should invite her because they have a lot of time in, and these men come and go. What do y'all think?
Mm. Um, I feel like should she invite her? Nah. For the lying factor, though, like I don't really think it matters because like who cares? But I think this is where Lacey could look at the situation and be like, why am I actually in this? Like this actually has nothing to do with me, and I
No,
care more. I care more than anybody else in this situation. Um, because this guy is the one in the relationship. So Lacey is friends with
uh,
the his hood wife.
no, Lacey does not. She's not necessarily friends with the hood wife. She just, I think it's the kind of thing where it's like, if you know your friend is in a good relationship, you as a friend are not going to want them to jeopardize that, you know. Where it's like
Right.
you got you a good one and you have a baby on the way for the sake at least of the baby, end it with your wife, and then also because I know T Dasani, no, she's up to no good.
She's not chewing
She's
it.
giving is yeah
Mm.
no. mouth dry. It's not that at all. Dasani is
See,
messy, but
but
also
I
the guy
live
is
for it.
messy. The guy's
He's
messy
more
too
messy,
because
and he's not worried about his hood wife. So why is
no,
Lacey?
he's not.
And that's where I'm at. Like Lacey, I understand you're upset about it, but also like, okay, which one's your friend? Like, which one is more loyal to you?
It
And if that's none of them,
and
send them
that's
all to hell.
Yeah, that's my problem too because it's that idea where it's like, if this what your hood wife, you've been with her, she been down with you since you've been sleeping on mattresses,
He's
strapped
trifling. Like
or
he's the
all this
issue.
stuff. Exactly. If he'll do that to her, he clearly doesn't have loyalty to even his friends, even though we know men love their friends like bad. But even still, so that's where I'm at with him. Dasani, personally, I know she has no loyalty to anybody but that schmun.
No,
So Lacey, to me, I feel like she should. Of course, I have other biases because I know other things Dasani has done, but just based off the strength of this, I think she should not invite her because it's like, dang girl, can I bring around my friends that doing something without having to worry if you
I
got
do
you
hate
slip
that.
business cards?
I
Like
do hate that.
we're just hanging out and you trying to do all this,
I
please.
do hate that as well. Like
You know?
someone who's just man hungry is so unattractive to me. Like, and it's so annoying. Like, you can't take them nowhere. You can't bring them around your other friends because every single time, and it also starts to make the Lacey, I guess, in the story feel like a matchmaker all the time, like an unintentional matchmaker. Like, we can never
Yeah.
just have a sit down. Everybody always wants to hook up with other ones of my friends, and it's like, why can't I just why can't we for my birthday just celebrate me? Why does it have to be about you all hooking up?
Yeah, but also I feel like Lacey is probably doing, the good work of at least trying to protect her friend Dasani. Because if you're friends with this guy who told you he's not trying to treat your sister like a hoe, that lets me know that you guys have probably had conversations in college about him dogging out other girls, and you know the kind of stuff that he's capable of and what kind of dirt he does, and you don't want to see your friend got done dirty like that. So I think it's
But
twofold: caring about
with
the good wife and caring about like your friend. You don't want your friend to get dogged out by this man. Maybe I'm wrong, but don't invite her to the birthday
but
party because she's pussy.
yeah, don't invite her to the birthday party. I'm down with that advice. But the Dasani knows the tea. So at this point, let him question mark because
What
you
tea
warned
does Dasani know?
that
Like
he has a
Dasani doesn't.
baby.
Oh, I'm talking about like, because you know how when it's like guys will try to be nice and it's like their friends are like, bro, don't mess with him. Like he's no good. But you don't know it's because he gonna really dog you out worse than you could ever imagine. Like Dasani wouldn't necessarily know the extent of what foolishness this man is capable of in terms of women that are interested in him. Because I
But you
doubt
know
that
he has a hood wife and a baby
Oh,
on
but
the
she don't
way.
care about that. She don't care about
But
that. We
that's
already
what
know
I'm
she
saying. So her getting dogged out should not matter because she's making a decision as well. That's where I'm
Yeah,
saying like she's making a decision to ignore those things that happen. So you can't possibly think, which I don't know why a lot of them do, but you can't possibly think he's going to treat you well or he's going
they
to
do.
give you some type of beautiful life, and that's not going to happen. So now you put yourself in a predicament to get hurt by a man who's literally hurting someone by being with you and expect for him to treat you like water. Child, let me go check the stove because something must be cooking somewhere else because this is ran out, it's dry, and like said, thirsty.
Oh, let me say this, and then I'm done. I just feel like you really just gotta limit your circle, I guess. Like Lacey, she could just be a friend that's like right there. I'm just thinking, oh, that's what it was. The message that was screenshot, I was privy to them. And I thought it
Mm.
was gonna be something so extra. But so this is the context that's not there. I'm sorry. I have to spill. I have to spill. I have to share what I know.
It
She
must be necessary.
because I know these people don't listen to the podcast. She sent a message that said, "You're the one that I want but can't have," or something like that. He sent her back a meme or a gif of Future scratching his head. Dasani, you're done. You're done. Like, and why are we even still having a conversation? I think for me, it's mostly just Lacey trying to save her own reputation, which is valid and fair. Like, you brought this girl around and she's thirsty like this. Yikes. Go, we in the sections, honey. We get her out the section. She's doing too much. She's taking pics. She's doing too much. So for me, I feel like that's probably leading Lacey's like motivations of like, girl, you're making me look bad. You being thirsty. Dasani, you're making yourself look bad. I can't wait till this podcast ends because I'm really hoping that you do know these people.
Can't wait.
I'm sorry, I do. And if you want to write in other people's tea, your tea, whatever, email us at Gmail. Email us at challengeway@gmail.com. And you can also write questions.
Pod@gmail.com.
Ain't that what I said?
What
did I say?
Challengeway@gmail.com.
challengewaypod@gmail.com. But you can also write questions that are normal. Like you can write things like, what is your best suggestion for freezing vegetables? What is your best suggestion for grocery shopping for the first time in college or something? Like you can write anything. It can be easy. It doesn't have to be
except for
mess.
how I can practice self-care.
No. That question is banned indefinitely forever. And ever and ever. And if you do choose to share mess and tea, when you write it, think about like what kind of questions are Jaden and Amira gonna ask? Nutty questions that is like, why are you even thinking about that? Because I want to know how many months pregnant is the girl.
Okay, I want to know how soon this baby is coming. I want to know first
What's
of all,
their
I want to know
dynamic like?
what sport he's in. I want to know what term he's on, but I also want to know like what Dasani looks like. Like I need faces, I need images, I need what he looks like. Do you know
that
the
I
sports
cannot provide.
I
I can't tell you here, but I can after. I can tell you after. Dang, I wish that screenshot was sent directly to me. It was a screen share.
Oh,
That
the
was on me.
messages.
That was on
You
me.
should have
That was on
screenshotted
me.
it
That was
while
on
they
me.
were up. You got to be quick.
Well, listen, Jada, once I tell you all the tea, this is a source that you can also go to. This is a source you can go to as well.
Can't wait. Let's go on to thank me later chat.
So that was take it or leave it. All that advice I would leave some of that. I would take some of that. You'll have to filter it out and figure out which one works for you.
Honestly.
Now it's time for thank me later. This is where Jaden and I are like, this is what we're listening to. This is what we're watching. This is what we're doing. You should do this too. Oh, you are? Okay, well, so what? Thanks. Everyone wasn't doing it. The first one, Jaden, I wrote it down even though I wrote it down, I knew that you were going to write it down. So I just wanted to save time. That's all. Go ahead.
The other day, I was texting Amira and her sister, and I shared with them the James Fauntleroy album. Actually, his first album is called The Warmest Winter Ever. And if you know James Fauntleroy, you most likely know him through like Girls Love Beyonce, several features that he's done, writing for James joined on Rihanna's album. James is James Fauntleroy. Plenty of collaborations or behind the scenes writing or producing, but this is the first time we're getting his project and a full body of work, and it's a Christmas album. But it's also, I was trying to tell my friend, like, it's not Christmas, like it's a Christmas album where he talks about Christmas things, like he says Santa, but you're listening to it and it's like I could listen to this in August and it not sound like winter at all.
It's fine.
But it's a gorgeous album. It's stacking, harmonies, production, just beautiful. If you are a singer or like you like Brandy's or Layla Hathaway's or even some variations of Beyonce, like you would love James Fauntleroy's album.
Yeah, it is really good. And like you said, it is a Christmas album technically, but also because of the way that it sounds, like it doesn't have your traditional like sleigh bell, jingle bellish
No, it's
Christmas
very
album
like
sound.
produced, and it's also like it has some alternative tracks on there as well.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just get my listens out like hardcore before the season's over so that I am not listening to it in August, just so that when I get back to the season, it still has that like warmth and holiday
Right.
vibe in spite of it sounding not like a holiday vibe.
No,
But yeah,
but
definitely
it's
a check
warm.
out
The warmest
for
winter
sure.
ever. Honestly, it's the perfect
I know,
name.
which is like a great name, but also like scary. Um, get your bunkers ready, y'all. That's all I'll say. On YouTube, this is an old channel, and it's just a fun little mindless watch. Epicurious is the name of the YouTube channel. They have these cooking videos that are called like 4 levels of blah blah blah. Let's say it's like 4 levels of nachos, and they'll have an amateur home cook, and then a second level
Mm,
who's just like, I've somebody's grandmother is a second level, and then they have like a third level chef who's like about that action, and then they'll have like a scientist break down why why butter is worse to cook with than olive oil or whatever, because it's like, oh, the point in which it burns is lower, whatever. So
right.
I love that video, and it's a lot of fun because I love a cooking video, and also it's really good to see like a professional chef who's been in the game for 15 years side by side with a amateur, and how sometimes you have like similar things like, oh, we're both using salt. Ooh, I'm a professional chef. It's just
Right.
fun. It's one of those videos you just watch at work and you just like, oh, this is good. That looks pretty good. Oh, nice. A milkshake. Oh,
No, keep going.
scary. Speaking of another one, I can't remember if I talked about this one on here before, but it's another oldie but goodie. Also on YouTube, also on TikTok, also on everywhere. Men with Pot. I want it to be with an S, but it's just one pot. It's that video where the guy is cooking outside and there's a dog sometimes, and there's like no talking, it's ASMR, and the man's just like cutting up
Mm,
vegetables and all the ridiculous angles. I just love it, girl. The way I be watching him make hamburgers and short ribs and fajita chicken, and I obviously don't eat this stuff, but it's just so good. And I'm like, you're really over here kneading bread in the wilderness. Like, you could have bought that bread, but if he's basically making everything from scratch. And I love it. It's just so, I don't know. It's my soap cutting video. You know what I mean? Like the girls
mm.
love the
That's on
soap
YouTube. You
cutting. They
said.
love it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. I love it. What I don't something that does get a little to me is like I always think about the production and like how things are made. I'm like, is he the only one out there with that camera? Because if he really took time to set up the camera for these angles, I'm having a hard time enjoying it. This is why I can't
Mm,
watch those like wake up with me videos, because it's like you did not set that camera
just like
up
that.
over there. You did not put that camera in the Target aisle so you can pretend to shop. It's just too much. So those are my two, I guess, 2.5 suggestions. What about
Mm.
you, Jaden?
Since you brought up YouTube, I think I shared with you their first video, but Bricks and Disorder, they're I guess roommates who live in the UK, and they on YouTube only have 2 videos. I think they have TikToks, but on YouTube they have a making designer furniture we can't afford, and we made
Yes.
the designer room we couldn't afford videos up right now. I recently watched the designer room video, and they invited the feng shui guy on TikTok and YouTube,
I
the guy
love
who's like,
him.
yes, they invited him over because they on TikTok shared like, how can we make this room like appropriate according to feng shui or like our space,
Mhm.
and he gave them all their pointers, and then they essentially made that happen. So you kind of just watch them go through the making, and it's also like for a creative brain, like learning processes, learning how people are starting from this non-existent idea to a tangible thing, and like they completely changed their space in like a week, and it was gorgeous. um but yeah. Oh,
That
I have
must be
more.
why it was suggested
yeah.
to me, though, because it was just suggested to me on YouTube. I didn't watch it, but now I'm gonna watch it.
Please do. It was actually really good. The other thing where you can see where I'm at, Gag City, Nicki Minaj, she's at the convenience store. No, that's definitely like a Walgreens at least. Where's my Nicki Minaj dropped Pink Friday 2 album out now in stores everywhere. Go cop it. We won't get into thoughts about the album because we kind of talked about it beforehand, so it got moved to this section. But I enjoy the album. I think the more the more you listen to it, the more you stream it, and the different environments you listen to it in, the better it gets. A lot of people didn't like its cohesiveness, quote unquote. But I don't care. It's like it was, if you know Nicki Minaj albums, this is a Nicki album, down boots. And I think what's funny is the album that people are complaining that they want is Queen. And Queen came out during like her peak hatred era, so no one streamed it. And it was just and that's like rotate, and like her label messed up the release. Like they released it was supposed to come out at midnight. It came out like 2 p.m. on Friday. And it's like, that's not good. But it's also like when your name is tainted in that way, as it was at that time, like nobody was trying to listen to your music for real. So
she was on Ellen.
Ask Miss Ellen. Exactly. But I would say go listen to Queen, because now we're talking about it. But Queen is one of my favorites.
Queen is good.
Queen is so good. And go stream Pink Friday 2. Keep streaming it, because the more you listen to it, I promise you, like, it just gets better. There's definitely songs that could have been cut. Though I like every song, when people don't like every song, I'm like, I understand. Like, I don't think every song needed to be on here, but I enjoy every song, and I'm surprised how much I like it, actually. Like, I'm surprised that I pretty much like the whole thing, and will listen to the whole thing top to bottom with no issue.
That is impressive. Wow. Shout out to the
Queen. Heels on my tippies. Though say in Gabbana, that's on my titties. Sorry.
You're not sorry.
I'm not. Did you have anything else?
I don't.
Okay. So as secretary for the Council of Gag City, I'm going to adjourn this meeting here today. This has been another gagging episode of Cha. Anyway,
you can listen to Cha anyway wherever you get your podcasts.
We drop new episodes every week.
Like, share, subscribe, rate, review, hit that bell in the corner so you never miss an update.
Upload. Sorry. Go to, is it childanywaypod.com? Childanyway.com.
I thought it was all the same.
No, it is all the same. Go to childanywaypod.com. Sign up for our email list, and we will definitely be sharing more information in the future. We cannot wait to, get things going. And as they continue, we'll definitely just be sharing them through email and blasting. So yeah, go stream The Warmest Winter Ever by James Fauntleroy. Go over to YouTube and watch Epicurious 4 levels on YouTube. Men with Pot on YouTube, Bricks and Disorder on YouTube, and stream the Queen, Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 2 and Queen on your streaming platforms. Bye, child.